Pac-Man. Ballin' like the Pac-Man. Ballin' like the Pac-Man.
Greetings, gamers. How you going, everybody? welcome. How's everybody doing? Fuck it, we ball. Streaming moment twice in 1 month. We are gaming. I think we're literally gonna game today. I don't know how long I'll be on. I really felt like streaming. I've actually wanted to stream the last couple of days, but I got sick again. I feel like this year I have gotten sick so many times. It's actually quite infuriating, if you ask me. How's everybody going? What's going on? Greetings. Wait, did I sound really different there for a second?
It's been 5 years. You still owe me $16.
It's probably because I'm sick. Sprite, thanks so much, dude.
2 streams in 1 month. Let's fucking go Eyezayar Pog.
Eyezayar Pog, exactly, dude. Eyezayar Twitch fans be eaten this month. Twice in 1 month. That's what we like to see. Thanks so much, man. God damn, 23 months. You're a legend, dude. Ah, that's crazy. Thank you. I actually wanted to sort something out today, in terms of the Twitch, but we'll do that in a second. Thanks, Freed. Yeah, don't know. I've been sick 3 times this month. Let's chuck some music on real quick. Should we chance it? No, I probably shouldn't chance it. Sometimes on stream, I get tempted to just play normal music that isn't lo-fi, but I don't know about that. Might get nuked off the face of the planet for doing such a heinous thing. Moment? And my music sucks anyway. So who wants to listen to my musical taste? Jesus, get a grip. How you going, Chops? Welcome. Glad to hear it's your first time. Gonna be a bit of a just vibing stream. My chair is so squeaky these days. Listen to this. I swear it just stopped squeaking. My chair is sentient and wants to embarrass me on stream. Yeah, no, sick 3 times. I got COVID in February. I got the flu in May, and now I've got a cold, I think. So the immune system's really fighting for its fucking life right now. But hey, what can you do? The flu hit me so much harder than what COVID did. The flu had hands. I'm not gonna lie to you. It kind of ruined me. I don't know if anybody else can relate to this, but when I'm really sick, I actually can't sleep in a bed. I don't know why. When I'm in, like, every single time in my life that I have been, like, I'm not just talking sick, like, violently ill. I, for some reason, can't sleep in a bed, so I sleep on the floor. I don't know what that is, but something kicks in and I have to sleep on the floor. Something about being on the bed just makes me want to spew. I don't know why. Does anybody else have that? Yeah, my immune system fighting for its life. Yeah, I can't sleep in a bed. Like, you would think it's comfortable, but I gotta sleep on the floor, dude. How's about you secretly stream some nuts? What's your favorite nut? I like to bounce between cashews and pistachios. I haven't had either for quite a while. I feel you, ladies, man. I haven't vomited since I was like 16. I haven't. It just doesn't happen. I always think I need to when I get really sick, but I never do. So yeah, I got to sleep on the floor. Like, here I am, violently ill when I had the flu. Listen to me just complaining about my health problems for the... This is entertainment, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the fucking... The comfort. I gotta lay on the floor and sit one out, you know? One time I had flu and I was bedridden for the whole day, so by the time I had to actually get some sleep, I had to move to the couch because I couldn't take it. Something about it, dude. Something about it. Can I get 5 tickets to Minions: The Rise of Gru? I thought that came out already, but apparently not. Hell yeah, Daddy Diesel. That's what we like to see. When are we gonna kiss? Most likely never, but you never really know. I don't like to be too definitive on things. Life might just send it your way, you know? Is my character an alien? No. Nah, it's not like an extraterrestrial in the sense that I think most people take it as. The way that the logo, I guess, the character came about is so dumb. But it was gonna look very, very different. What state am I from? I'm from a state of constant pain and suffering. Just kidding. Just kidding. I feel great. You're the type of motherfucker to have still not seen... I don't watch movies. I went through a little movie phase like 2 months ago. I love movies, I just don't watch them. You know? I love TV shows too, I just don't watch them. I love video games, I hardly play them. I don't know what that's about. I'm a New Yorker? Is it stereotypical for New Yorkers to be dead inside? Is it? Seems like a pretty happy place. Sometimes. I'm from the state Australia. Yeah, we just live in one big congregation. It's actually funny, like most Australians live on the outskirts of Australia. Like nobody really lives in the middle. Like some people do, but most of Australia's population is just like chilling as close to the water as we can get, which is pretty funny. I've never seen Better Call Saul either, and I really want to watch it. Because Breaking Bad's like one of my favorite shows ever, but I don't know what that is. I don't know, what condition is that? What mental deficiency do I have that I just never really sit down and put a movie on or a TV show? Would I ever play Bully? I love Bully. I played Bully 2 recently though to do it again right now, I think. Have I seen Kenobi? No, I was actually talking to my mum about this the other day, because I was explaining sort of like the Lego series thing with Lego Star Wars. And I was like, it was weird when I first started the series and I realized I hadn't actually sat down and watched a full Star Wars movie, despite it being the cultural phenomenon that it is. You know what I mean? Like, I never ever sat down and actually watched one. And then I realized, wait a second, no, I did. The only one that I've ever watched is like one of the new ones back when it first came out. I watched, I'm pretty sure it was The Force Awakens. I watched that in cinemas. And she was like, yeah, I took you to that. And I was like, oh shit, well. And that's the only Star Wars movie I've ever seen. So I don't know how that happens, but it's weird too, because I was actually into Star Wars to some extent when I was a kid. I've said this a billion times, but like the toys and the games, I was so into it. But I never fucking watched one of the movies. I don't know what that is. That's a bad introduction. You know what's funny? I actually remember liking it when I was younger. I was like, but then again, I didn't really ever think about it ever again, so it mustn't have had that much of an impression on me. I was just kind of like, cool movie, and then headed out, you know? Hey Eyezayar, I don't mean to alarm you or the masses, so keep this on the down low, but Better Call Saul is secretly better than Breaking Bad. What? Again, you didn't hear this from me, but keep that in the back of your mind. You know, it's funny, I actually have seen that said quite a lot. I wonder how much of it is a recency bias or what? Well, everybody's going to have a different opinion, obviously, but I'd be interested to see how I feel about it. All the sequels are good except for The Rise of Skywalker. I see so many mixed things. I also, like, I get a little bit, it's kind of sad to me a bit when people, I don't know. Like, I see those new Star Wars movies get shat on so much. And again, I don't know enough about Star Wars and I haven't watched majority of them, so I don't know how it like stacks up. But so every single person I've seen that says, no, I really genuinely love these new movies, it's always shut down by people just like, there's no possible way that you could actually enjoy these things, so you must just be fucking, you must be either lying, you must be a plant to, like, I've seen so much shit like that, it's sad. It's like, there's no possible way you could like that, you're working for fucking Disney, get out of here, I will kill you. I'm gonna pass away currently, I wish I could stay, but it's 2 a.m. Oh, thanks ladies, man, have a damn good sleep. Have a snooze. My sleep's been so good recently, and then as soon as I caught a cold, it's been like slipping. It's been slipping. I hate sleeping when I'm sick. I fucking hate that. Life is always better with an RPG. That Lego Indiana Jones video needs to come out, doesn't it? There's some funny quotes in there, I think. Then again, I'm still like pretty conflicted about how I'm going to actually edit it with the fucking whole end of the video being bass boosted audio, but anyway. You should play Heisenball's Resurrection. I don't think I will. I don't think I can. Something about that screams don't do it. Yeah. I'm a little bit conflicted in general again, and I need to not do this because I'm on a bit of a roll with the uploading and the making, because I work at the same time every day on YouTube videos now, so I'm in a schedule, which is nice. I also actually wanted to say, as soon as I started up the stream, wanted to thank you guys, because the support on the videos is still crazy to me. Like, a lot of them are on the same general topic, you know, for the majority of the time. Videos on my channel have either been about Lego or Red Dead 2. Thanks so much, Aki, by the way. Thanks for the 100 bits, dude. It's good to see you. Thank you, thank you. I'll turn alerts on if we're just gonna talk as well. But let me get this point. Like every single video pretty much on this channel for like a while has been mostly about either Lego or Red Dead 2. But a lot of the ideas in the videos and the formats, they vary and they change quite a lot, and everybody's been really willing to give that sort of change a chance every single time that I do it. It's pretty heartwarming, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'm constantly conflicted with how I think about what I actually make, because on one hand it's so stupid and dumb, and so in a way I almost feel guilty that people support it so much. Like, I know I'm making things for you to laugh at, and that's lovely, I feel really good about that, but I just get conflicted like that because I'm stupid and think too much. But it's like when people are supporting the ideas behind the stupid shit that I make, it's pretty nice. I gotta thank you guys for that. It's feels good, feels real good, so thank you. And I'm not even just talking about views, like that's great as well and pretty much ensures that I can keep doing it, but it's also the comments and stuff. Like, it's so satisfying, it's so intensely satisfying to me when I spend like countless hours on some stupid fucking edit and somebody in the comments is like, that made me laugh, and I'm like, oh, that, if you could make that feeling into a drug, I'd be hooked up to a machine that pumps it into me every single day, mate, every second of the day. It's very satisfying to me. But yeah. I don't feel guilty for making funny videos, just sometimes I'm like struggling thinking, is anything that I am making valuable whatsoever? Like, that is such a I'm in my 20s thing to say, I understand that, but I'm like, please, just, is there any skerrick of value in the thing that I'm making? Like, I try to put as much of my creativity into like the videos that I make, when the baseline for the type of videos that I make, like if somebody's doing a playthrough of something, usually it's very, I don't know, like I try to put as much as I can into such a simple format, and I don't know, I sometimes I sit there and I'm like, God, I hope that this is actually valuable at all. And so it's really nice to see people enjoy it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, yeah, I don't know. Tangents. Are you here for the tangents? Let me put alerts on real quick. I don't know if we'll ever get to playing Hotline Miami this stream. I put it there because I was planning to, but I think I started up this stream with the intention of talking, so that's probably, I don't know why I even put a game in the thing, but here we are. Maybe we'll play it. I've been wanting to replay it because I actually do want to make a video about it. Not like a playthrough video, but that game is one of my favorite games ever. So I think it's about time I make at least a one-off video about it. So that was the plan, but we'll see what happens. Thanks, Incompetent Knight. That's nice of you to say, dude. Really does mean a lot. You're here for the tangents? That's what we like to see. Thank you again for the 100 bits, Aki. Let me chuck these alerts on real quick. We may as well. Oh yeah, and I want to talk about the Patreon a little bit too, because I'm a bit conflicted with something to do with that as well. So I need to like actually workshop this with people as well. Like it's good to actually talk with people who are in my audience about it. Of course, I can talk to like family and friends about it and stuff like that, but to have people who are actually in the thick of it, to workshop certain ideas, I've been meaning to do that, because you are the guys who, you know, support the actual way that it works and stuff. How do I put... Oh wait, are you guys hearing alerts? Maybe you are, this whole time. Maybe the alerts for the friends we made along the way. Do you guys actually hear it? Oh, Aki, dude, thanks again. Thank you for the 100 bits. Are you guys actually hearing that? I think I was... Oh, cool. Hell yeah. You guys probably think I'm crazy then. Nice. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Aki. I'm taking my jumper off. Hang on. Oh god, I've put myself in a... Why did I decide to take it off this way? Holy shit. It actually felt like a mission. We know you're crazy? Alright, good. At least I don't have to keep it under wraps. Alright, awesome.
5 years. You still owe me $16.
James with the big prime. Thank you, dude. Thanks for the 2 months. That is 2. Aki, and thanks for the 100 bits, dude. How do I sub to the Patreon? So the Patreon is like very, very epic. Okay, so here's my sales pitch to you. I need to put it out there more, but I'm also happy with like, I'm just thankful that anybody even is on there at all. Like that obviously means a lot, but I need to sort of put it out there a bit more, because a lot of people ask me if I have one, and even though it's like at the end of every video, some people just don't know still. But anyway, there's something that I wanted to change. So I did a whole revamp of the Patreon not too long ago. I'll show it to you guys now. Let me see here. I gotta make sure I don't show anything that I'm not meant, like a password or something. Display capture is display capture is fucking scary. It's an actual threat. As soon as I put a display capture on where you can see what I'm seeing, I'm like, what do I see and not realize is a massive issue? But I think we're good. I trust you guys anyway. If I gave you my password, I know that you guys would do nothing with it. I 100% trust. I wouldn't get hacked. People wouldn't post photos of obscene imagery on my Patreon. But okay, all right. I think we're good. Eyezayar sleep stream? Absolutely not. It'll just be a black screen and no audio. What was I just about to say? Oh yeah, again, thank you, James, for the prime. The whole Patreon thing that I want to talk about is, let me find the actual page. So Patreon, if you don't even know what it is.
My kidneys 3 times. I have
Dude.
no idea what's keeping me alive.
Hey, thanks, dude. Holy shit, that's crazy. Can we get some Eyesore pogs for Aki real quick? I got another thing to tell you guys as well, but one thing at a time because my brain works stupid. Aki, thank you for the 100 bits. Every time you thank me for the bits, I think of the SpongeBob meme where he's like, want to see me do it again. Well, he just keeps going. Thank you, dude. I really do appreciate it. Well, holy shit, why does my brain work like this? One thing at a time, 1 foot in front of the other. So basically, where the fuck is this page? I don't want to edit the page. I want to view the page. Thank you. Oh, actually, no, the other way of doing it might be better so you can actually see like a full view of what it is. Let's see. There we go. Cool. All right, I can show you guys this. So give me 1 second. Do I have a display capture already? What is this? Oh, it actually is a display capture. Cool. What's under the display capture? Holy fucking shit. All right. Why is that still there? Oh god, sorry everybody. Let me work this out. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so yeah, Patreon's like a membership thing essentially. Like a lot of people on YouTube have it just because it really does help, and Patreon has a really good profit split between creator and website, so that's great. People usually use it just because YouTube's like unreliable with revenue sometimes, blah blah blah, you know how it goes. So is the music too loud? No, it's good. The main thing that I was thinking of is I sort of have a problem with the sorry guys, horror stream. Oh Jesus Christ. How do I make this a little bit how do I make this a little smaller? I can sort of move it around. All right, I'll just show you tier by tier. So like most people use the green Eyesayar $1 a month. We've got a couple of people on the 5.
5 years. You still owe me $16.
Nitro. Thank you, dude. 15 months. Holy
When are
shit.
we gonna have the stream where you stream the stream so it's like an infinity void?
An infinity void. Well, dude, if that's what you're looking for, I just realized alerts aren't on top. Can I replay that?
It's been 5
That's what we
years.
like to see.
You still owe me $16.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
When are we gonna have
Oh,
the
it
stream where you
replayed the
stream
voice again.
stream so it's like an infinity void?
An infinity void. What was I just about to say? Oh yeah, so yeah, I got the $1 and the $5 tier, and that's basically how it's been for a really long time. I added a $10 tier, and that's like a completely fucking crazy amount of money to give somebody whose videos you like, but I put it there just because a couple people in the Patreon already give $10 a month, and like I wanted to at least have something extra they can get from the $5 tier. So I added this extra little thing basically, which is see a portion of upcoming videos before they release, which is great. I like that. I like that idea. Like maybe if I have a refined 5 or 10 minutes of the video, and I still have like a couple days of editing to do, I can quickly export that and you can see it before everybody. I thought that was a nice little thing that I could add on there. What was I? Oh yeah. The thing that I am kind of conflicted about is I was considering adding it to the $5 tier as well. And then keeping the VIP badge on Twitch thing in the $10 tier only, instead of both in the $5 and $10, if that makes any sense at all. That's the kind of thing that I was conflicted about. I don't really know what to do in that regard. Let me know what you think. Also, like $1, $5, and $10 is different in different currencies, obviously. So like, I think in USD, this is like $1.50. I think, actually, yeah, I'm pretty, and this is like $7. No. So these are in the USD, $1, $5, $10. But if you live in Australia, it'll be like $1.50, $7. And then I don't know what the $10 one is. You get the idea. Currencies be shifting. But yeah, anyway. And yeah, Henruzel, I like the idea of different VIP badges. The only thing is, I don't think Twitch allows you to actually like, do that kind of thing without having given a certain amount on the actual Twitch website. So the VIP badge, to my knowledge, only has like 50 spots. And so, yeah, I don't know. I'll work it out, but I thought I'd just show you guys. That's kind of like what I've been thinking on. Taxman, loved your Lego Batman videos. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. I'm gonna work on a Lego Batman thing again soon. I just... Oh, Jesus Christ. Wrong fucking scene. I just want to finish this Lego Star Wars stuff first. Jesus Christ. He's really all up in that screen, isn't he? Oh, Jesus. So yeah, anyway, that's just mind spew about that kind of thing that I want to do. Like, the reason I kind of want to put the upcoming videos thing in the $5 tier as well is because a lot of people in the $5 tier have been supporting the Patreon for like a really fucking long time. So I kind of feel bad if they just start missing out on the new stuff. I'm just, yeah, I don't know. Something like that. Speaking of, holy shit. Wait a second. Is that going to come up on stream? That should come up on stream if everything's working. Tell me it does. Awkward silence as the music cuts out. Come on. It might come up soon. I think somebody... Who was that? Let me see something. This is psychotic rambling at this point. Let me just see what that was. It should come up on the... Yeah, some absolute madman just... Holy shit. Whoever Josh is in chat, I don't know why the alert's not coming up on stream, but thanks so much for the $10, dude, on Patreon. That's pretty fucking huge, man. God damn, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Whoever Josh is out there, you're a legend. You don't have to do that kind of thing. Again, completely, obviously optional. If you have like extra cash that you want to give to people whose videos you like, you should always check if they go to Patreon, because most people do these days. Helps out a lot, really does. Helps me put some more money into videos. Like I couldn't have all of the I pay like a stupid fucking amount on Adobe products. Adobe literally like has a siphon hooked up to my veins. They're sucking this soul out of me. So thank you, Josh. You're actively fighting against Adobe right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You're a legend. Yeah, Adobe is... I wish I hadn't learned Premiere Pro. When I got a new PC and I was like, I can finally up the up the production quality of my videos a bit. I'm gonna stop using Pixlr on fucking Google to edit my thumbnails. I'm gonna stop using this glitchy ass fucking what did I use? It was actually pretty good. HitFilm Pro was actually pretty good until I started upping the quality of the video, and then it got really, really laggy. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna do it. And then I decided to learn on Premiere Pro because everybody recommended that, and now I'm basically in a relationship with Adobe at this point. It's a toxic relationship. Pixlr is really good, to be fair. It's just missing a couple of things, but it's pretty damn awesome. I can't believe that it's free as well. Like I used HitFilm Pro and Pixlr all the way up to the Toy Story 3 video. I've said this a ton of times as well, but yes, I've told that story like 50 times, but if you can go back through my videos, I can probably actually just show you. Can I show you? Is there anything? Yep, okay, I can show you. I'm fucking very paranoid about that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Is it this one? No. Oh god, I'm panicking. Where the is it this one? Yeah. So all the way up to... Oh my god, we've been going a while, haven't we? All the way up... Oh, you can't even see it. All the way up to this video is... So everything like that, and then down to like my first video is on HitFilm. So yeah, pretty epic. It definitely does the job, you know what I'm saying? Jesus, I need to fucking delete those images. I don't know why I have a gif of what is it, like a teddy bear dancing Freddy and a close-up image of the man himself. I've never even played Five Nights at Freddy's. Achy, dude, thanks again for the 100 bits. Oh, yeah, no, Banks are like shifty about Twitch. A lot of people like have problems with that, but thank you, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you. FNAF stream. There was when I was kind of like curious about the whole franchise for a little while there, and then obviously just forgot about it. But when that most recent game came out and there was a little bit of controversy around it being slightly unfinished or not what people expected, I kind of got interested because I thought that the whole Five Nights at Freddy's thing died out a long time ago, and then I started seeing it everywhere again, and I sort of realized it's kind of been immortalized at this point. It just got so big. So yeah, people are very into like the lore and everything. Watch Matt Pat. I've only ever seen Matt Pat memed on. I don't even think I've ever been recommended a fucking game theory video or anything, at least that I know of. Eyezayar is literally theming himself after Star Wars and Five Nights at Freddy's yet. I haven't interacted with either one. Yep, it's weird. We're in a weird situation. I think Wendigoon made a video that basically like explains all of the Five Nights at Freddy's lore. So man, I don't know. I might have to jump on that at some point. I get these like sparks of random interest in just franchises I've never interacted with. So yeah. Yeah, Wendigoon goes hard. I love that guy. He has been my go-to guy for long videos recently. I watched the like while I was editing and stuff, I had that whole conspiracy theory iceberg video that goes for like 9 hours just in the background. And I'd be editing, and every now and again I just sort of like tune into what he's saying, and it'd be some fucking absolutely batshit insane conspiracy theory. It was a good experience. It was a good experience. My favorite one was the moon being a fucking alien egg or something. I don't know. Those were some weird editing sessions. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was good. And then I actually started sitting down and watching more of his videos, and I was like, damn, this is tasty. It's pretty good. I also get random interests in random things. Yeah, it's very spur of the moment for me. Like, I'll just randomly realize I've never had any knowledge of this thing at all, that it seems to be so all-encompassing, and I just decide to give it a little look-see. And yeah. Am I going to play Lego Star Wars today? Nah, not today. Probably next week I'll start the original trilogy. That's what it's called, right? You got the original trilogy, the prequels, and then the sequel trilogy, to my knowledge. Watch The Boys? Yeah, that looks pretty good as well. Usually, like, I've said this a million times as well, but usually when I have spare time, I read. And that reading takes a lot of time. And so when I'm like tossing up between whether I want to watch a show, movie, or read it, the words on the paper, they usually win out, you know? But then as soon as I start watching a really good TV show, I'm usually sold, you know what I mean? So it's just a matter of actually starting it. Yeah, I probably will, honestly, because if I'm gonna watch Better Call Saul, I gotta watch Breaking Bad again first. You know what I mean? It's vicious, but I gotta do it. Let me move this chat, by the way. This has been annoying me for so long. It needs to be like there. I wanted it right up against it, but I don't know how to make it so length of names and badges don't affect how far it goes over. You know what I mean? But that's fixed now. We did it. We bloody did it, everyone. No, I know, but this is another reason, right? If I ever drop a show while I'm watching it, it delays the rewatch so much to catch up, because if I'm going to get back into a show, I have to watch it from the beginning. I did it with Shameless. I did it with Stranger Things. The reason I haven't actually started rewatching those shows, even though I loved them and I randomly dropped them, is because I know I have to watch like every season up to where I was, because I have to be in it. I hate the feeling of getting back into a show and being like, what the fuck? Why do I care? I don't remember what that guy's name is. Why is that guy's cat not alive anymore? You know what I mean? I can't do it. Chat feels unaligned now. God damn it. I think it's because I pointed it out. Trust me, it's very unaligned. I don't know how to fix that. Anybody know how to fix that? And yeah, no, and then I start seeing people talk about the shows, and I'm like, oh, I kind of want to watch Stranger Things. That looks fucking sick. And then I'm like, yeah, but I gotta watch 3 fucking seasons of stuff because I gotta be in it. I'm such an emotional watcher of entertainment that, like, it's the same with books. So I will never stop talking about The Dark Tower, so just get used to that now. When I started The Dark Tower, I read books 1, 2, 3, and then I took a massive break. I don't know why, I just did. And then, like, book 3 especially is pretty fucking long. And so when I came back, I was like, I guess I'm reading the first 3 books again in an 8-book series. That's why it took me so long to finish. Great series, though. You should probably read it. Probably, I don't know. Yeah, Stranger Things looks really good. Stranger Things is right up my alley too. Like, I love that, I love the whole shebang, you know? It's pretty damn sweet. It's actually pretty nostalgic for me now as well. Like, I remember when I first started watching it, hasn't it been like fucking 5 years or something since it started? God damn. I'll be honest, that's why I did my most recent Better Call Saul rewatch. I hadn't seen the show in over 2 years since the last season, and for the entire first half of season 6, I had no... Yeah, I can't stand that. I can't fucking stand that. I hate... And it's also, I need to be, like, in tune with what the characters are doing, what their current motivation is, like, what's going wrong in their lives. I can't just jump into season 5 when I haven't watched for a year and be, like, content with that. I can't do it. It hurts my brain too much. That's true, Henruzel, yeah. It's not a super long show, at least. If it's right up your alley and you enjoy Stephen King books, what did you think of It? I recall you enjoying It, but I'm not quite sure. It is a weird one for me. It's another case of me really enjoying something, but I drop it for no reason. Like, I got about halfway through reading It, but there was another book that I really wanted to read at the time, and I dropped it for that. And now I'm in that same fucking position. I'm like, man, it would be really fun to read right now. And then I go, yeah, but I gotta read 17 billion pages to get back up to where I was. And then it's tough, man. What can I say? My life is so difficult. Yeah, it's a long book, but I don't mind that. I'm a relatively quick reader now. So I never used to be, but like, I've always been good at reading, but always slow. But I've been reading so much lately that it's just ramped up. Misery is the only Stephen King book I actually enjoyed. Never read Misery. What is Misery about? Misery. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah. Misery's pretty sick. I'm a bit of a sucker for Stephen King, honestly. I just like his this is such a weird way of putting it. He's got a real steeze with his writing. Like, it feels so steezy sometimes. Like, I don't know. I like the personality he puts into his characters. It's very steezy. It's always like, yeah, he's feeling himself right now with this, like, he's describing somebody's throat being ripped out. He's talking his shit, you know? And that's what it feels like sometimes. Very, very, very weird way to describe it, but I like his characters a lot. Sometimes the stories are really fucking out there, but I like that too. His writing gives Riz, frankly. He's got that steez. He's got steezy words. You're one of the only YouTuber that don't accept sponsors. No, there's heaps, but the thing is, I'm not even against sponsors. I just get so many that I'm like, I don't like a lot of the offers are scams. Like, you got to be really careful. Like, I actually legitimately almost fell for one, and I was like, wait a second, no, this is so bullshit. So I didn't do it. That's the closest I got, and that left a pretty bad taste in my mouth. And then a lot of them want you to, like, sign up for certain things so they can give you more sponsors, and I know that's how it's kind of meant to work, but, like, they have, like, these little pages where they can get in touch with you more easily, but I don't, like, what I will do is I will take a Manscaped sponsorship for a Lego Star Wars video if they reach out to me. I will absolutely do it. If you saw the end of the of the most recent episode, I would do a Manscaped sponsorship if they let me do it for Chewbacca. I would absolutely do it. How you going, James? Welcome. And you should accept sponsors, get that bread. Yeah, but I'm doing pretty well, and I don't like interrupting the thing. I should just get over it because, you know, you never really know with YouTube when you're just not going to really be making money anymore. So I should, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm content with what I'm doing, you know? Like, I'm feeling good about it, and I don't have to interrupt it. But hey, maybe I'll do one every now and again. It's funny how you said this was a secret stream, but I for real didn't see it for the longest time. There you go. There you go. Manscaped has a Star Wars version, so it works out. Dude, they have to. They have to reach out to me then. They have to do it. I don't know what the rules are or what the general consensus is around reaching out to a sponsor. They probably just laugh in your face, honestly, but I would so do that, mostly for the meme, but also for the bread, you know what I'm saying? How often do I scrap videos? Getting better. I used to do it a lot. I'm getting better at not doing that. When are we getting a face reveal? Man, I toss up the idea sometimes because I'd love to do some actual, like, stuff, like video formats that only really work if you've got your face. But, I don't know. Maybe at some point, maybe never. You know what I mean? If that's about as specific as I can get. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe never. This is my face, yeah. Yeah, no. No, I don't see myself as one of the eyesores. They're little creatures of their own. They do things on their own volition, you know? I want to do IRL prank videos. That's the type of format I'm talking about, dude. Absolutely. You'd probably get the raw end of the deal if you reached out. That's the thing. If I go to them, they'll either want to give me, like, pennies, probably, or they'll be like, get the fuck away from me. You swear too much in video. But generally, sponsors are alright with that. As long as you're not saying some, like, really obscene stuff. They're usually pretty chill with that. Wait, that glowing snake. I'm actually interested to see what people think the thing is. Glowing snake. Yeesh. If you want to read a really good book, read American Psycho. I've been meaning to watch the movie for the longest time as well. It's kind of one of those things I feel like I need to watch. Every clip of it I see, I'm like, I'm pretty invested right now. I should watch this movie. You swear too fucking much? I do have a bit of a foul mouth, to be completely honest. Like, sometimes I'm editing and I'm like, did I really just say fuck like 5 times in the last second? Like, when I was editing the most recent video, I was like, god damn, all right, okay. But I just realized it's a filler word for me. Like, I'm just, like, I'll just be talking, you know what I mean? I just be talking. I actually don't really swear that much in general, but when I'm making a video and I'm, you know, I'm just getting steezy with it, you know? I don't like myself, Jesus Christ. Yeah, you know, it's an Australian moment. Like, I'm just talking to everybody. We're having a good time. We're playing this stupid video game. I'm trying to make it entertaining, and, you know, and then I just be filling in the blanks with absolute obscene language. I'd really recommend the book John Dies at the End. Let me write it down. I got a little notes thing for recommendations, so I'll put that in my book recommendations. Let me see. What was it called again? John Dies at the End. Cool. Thanks, man. I actually probably will check that out. It's a water tower? Don't say that. We need more Last of Us 2 streams. Shawnee, I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, dude. How you doing? All Australians I've met have a swearing problem. Yeah. I think it's really a social thing. When I'm just, like, in my own space with people that I'm always with, I don't really swear that much, but as soon as I'm, like, sort of being so, like, actively being social, even when it's just streaming or making a video or whatever, I'm like, it really comes out. The obscene language really just sneaks its way onto the microphone when I'm spitting. So I like the Diary of a Wimpy Kid series. I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know how much they would hold up. It's kind of hard to judge, but I think they're creative. There's a fucking lot of them now. I don't know how he makes as many as he does, but I always really liked the art style. It's one of the first series that I think like at the time I had read and bought every single book, you know? I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we shall continue this ramble session, all right? I'll be 2 seconds. Cheers, everybody. Greetings, gamers. Why did I sound so different at the beginning of this stream? Damn, that H2O be hitting. Holy shit. The Russin Badger. Thanks so much for the prime, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. You guys are too giving. I just be talking. I haven't even done anything. Thank you very much. Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, Harry Potter. The big three. Oh, no. It'd be Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Harry Potter. Yeah. Because, like, The Hobbit counts as Lord of the Rings, right? Yet another franchise I have zero experience with. Nothing. I think my dad showed me a bit of one of the movies with Gollum in it when I was a kid, and it actually scared me, and I didn't watch the rest. So, something like that. But yet another one I just don't know. Could never really get into those high fantasy things. I'm kind of the same. There has to be another element for me to really, like, get into a fantasy thing. And by another element, I usually mean it has to be mixed with, like, another genre. Usually. Like, I don't, when it's just straight up fantasy, I can't really, I don't know. Lord of the Rings does sound pretty cool, though. I should read the books, really. Like, if I'm gonna talk about how much I read over watching movies, like, I should give that a chance, you know? Have I watched Morbus? I have not, no. Star Trek clears all. Star Trek's in a funky spot, isn't it? I've never interacted with Star Trek, but I watched, like, all of the Red Letter Media, like, reviews of the episodes and stuff. It's in a funky spot. I'm super into high fantasy, but the Lord of the Rings books read like chewing on cardboard. Do they really? Like, everybody's obviously got a different opinion. I hear mostly good things about it. The thing with fantasy is I don't usually like when it's just straight up like, you know, king, queen, evil advisor, like, you know, maybe there's like two sons who don't like each other and there's like a conspiracy about overthrowing the throne. That sort of thing I can't get into. That type of fantasy, I feel like it's a little bit tried and true by now, you know? It's got to have little something else intertwined, you know? How you going, blue tea guy? Like, again, the Dark Tower is technically fantasy, but it's very, like, especially once you hit book 2, it's just, okay, we're doing this now in the best way possible. And because, like, the first book is Western fantasy, and so you've got a guy, a badass dude with a cowboy hat and 2 revolvers, and I'm like, I will eat this up now. Also, the language, like, the way that it's written is kind of like out of the ordinary for a fantasy type of book. It's very fucking... I actually heard somebody say that the language is like kind of fucking biblical in places, and I kind of get that, the way that things are described. Very dope. Have I seen Game of Thrones? Yeah, I watched up until season 4 or 5, I think. I was about to suggest Red Dead to you. Oh my god. What's my time played in Red Dead, I wonder? I actually think on PC it's like 700 hours, and then, but it'd be so much more on console. I used to play so much more Red Dead when I was doing like TGB. The Dark Tower is basically Django? As Django? As in Django Unchained? Yet another movie I have not seen for some reason. What happened to the Hotline Miami OST in the Just Chatting portions? I think it might go a little bit too hard, you know, right now. Have I seen VeggieTales Lord of the Beans? I can't say that I have. Yet another classic I haven't indulged in. Yeah, Jared Jams. I've contemplated sort of looking into some Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know though. That's a lot. That's kind of like overwhelming. Eyezayar, are there not movies in your country? No, only books. Unfortunately. Hell yeah, Inkwell. Thanks, dude. Thank you for the introduction. What am I reading next? I haven't read anything for about a week. I was just editing so much. I was going brain rot mode. In the best way, but I don't know what I'm gonna read next. You know what I kind of wanted to do? I kind of wanted to go and read something completely different to what I've been reading recently, and read I read the first Skullduggery book when I was a kid, and I picked up the first one again not too long ago from like a sale thing for really cheap. I might see how that is compared to, because I really liked the first book when I was a kid. I don't know how much I would enjoy it now, but I hear they do hold up pretty well, so I'm pretty keen to sink my teeth into something different. Anybody read those books? Maybe. I love to read the little books that come with video games. The instruction manual, no, they're bussin'. This is probably the longest stream I've watched, only because of how entertaining this man is. Chops, are you serious? Thanks, dude. Sometimes I feel very boring, but being boring is kind of nice as well, like, because I just be talking, you know? It's fun. No, I don't read. Honestly, that's fine. Like, reading for entertainment definitely isn't for everyone. I know you mentioned Stephen King before, but what other horror books have you read? In terms of like the horror genre, I actually haven't read that much. Like even with Stephen King, most of Stephen King that I've read is not his straight up horror stuff. I actually really do like horror, like in general across different mediums and stuff, but what horror have I read? There's a lot of stuff is kind of like in between. I'm just looking at my shelf, trying to pick through. You know, I read what's his name? I was very curious about H.P. Lovecraft, and I know he had some very bad views, but I was curious about like his because I like less of like the monstery, just monster eating people sort of thing, and I'm much more into cosmic horror. So obviously that's the person everybody recommends. I can't remember what I read though. I can't remember the name of it. It had it's about like a dude coming out and finding something in his well. I think it was like an alien or something, and he's like sort of telling how that went, kind of thing. That was kind of horror-ish. I kind of liked that. Can't remember the fucking name of it though for the life of me. Would you like Breaking Bad if it was a book, one season each? No, I don't think so. Breaking Bad is such a it fits into the TV format so well. The color out of maybe? See, it's been a while. I actually do want to read more horror because every time I like put a horror book down, I've had mostly good experiences. Like again, I did really like it. I'm trying to think of something else that I've read that's horror. Not really a lot, hey. A lot of the stuff that I read is like the situation is horrific, but it's not really in the horror genre, you know what I'm saying? Like it'd be horrible to be like some of the things that happen are scary, but like in terms of straight up horror, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Not much actually now that I think about it. That just sounds like Australia. I already live in horror. What are you talking about? Read on stream, new age of piracy. Oh my god. We could be like a React streamer, but just for books? Dude. I agree with you there, Donald, actually. I fucking stayed very far away from horror in general. And, like, not just in books, but in everything. And I definitely, once I had dipped my toe in a bit, I sort of, certainly an acquired thing, yes. Yes, indubitably. That being said, though, yeah, I have not read much fucking horror at all. The Outsider is a great, another Stephen King book. Yeah, most horror that I've read now that I think about it is probably Stephen King. I haven't really ventured out in that genre at all. That was cool. I liked that. Good stuff. And then Eyezayar gets bored of the book and makes his own story out of it, like with Red Dead 2. That's what I'm talking about. Have I read Fight Club? So when I watched the movie, yeah. I actually watched the movie first and I wanted to see how they sort of compared. Pretty much the same. Cool reading it in first person, though. Like, actually pretty damn close to the movie. You should make a reading your comments series. You'd be so good at it. Maybe I will, Chops. Thanks. Maybe, yeah. I was actually thinking about doing that a while ago. Again, another thing that I kind of didn't... I had the thought, it's written down somewhere, but I didn't do it. Maybe I should. That actually sounds fun. I would like to do that again. I haven't done like a comments thing in a while. Reading horror is fun. like there's a lot of, I need to read more of it. A lot of it is so left up to your imagination sometimes, or just like your own interpretation can be so much scarier than seeing something like in a movie or something. That's certainly the like advantage to reading horror. It scares me more than seeing horror in a movie. Usually seeing horror in a movie is silly to me, you know? I really like the addition of adding the Twitch comments to your videos. Thanks, dude. I was actually thinking of not doing it, but it adds so much context usually to what I'm saying because I'm responding so much. So thanks, I appreciate it. How did I get my name? It's just my first name spelled out phonetically. Very, very dumb. I like the name though. Doctor Strange 2 horror. I actually saw a scene from that was pretty horrifying. I won't lie to you. That was actually, it was pretty well done. I think it was just, I'm not going to spoil anything. I haven't even seen the movie myself, but there was a character death of like a very well-known character, and it was very, very weird to see them go out like that. But yeah, nobody spoil in case nobody's seen it. Despite your upload schedule, you are definitely the most interactive with your audience. Oh, thanks, dude. Yeah, no, I really like just talking, you know? I should do it more. Yeah, it's literally just Eyezayar, just spelt out the way that it sounds. If you guys do want reading comments stuff that actually already exists, there's 2 videos on my channel. You can find them... where is it? It's under the playlist AMWYW because I had to be quirky and different at the time instead of just naming it Q&A. I might go back and change that. It's meant to be ask me whatever you want. Very, very convoluted. If you go into my playlists on my channel and you find AMWYW, there's 2 reading comments videos. One from a really long time ago and one from like where is it? Holy shit, what even was the thumbnail for that video? Yeah, one from a year ago and then one from 10 months ago. But the one that's from a year ago is probably closer to 2 years than a year, now that I think about it. Ding, ding. Can you please read the numerous fan fictions that have been written about? I hope there's none of those. Jesus Christ. What are you even going to do? I don't... Yeah, one's got Western Jesus in the thumbnail. The other one's an eyesore sitting at a computer beaming its eyes into the screen. Could you tell us the tale of how you got your profile picture alien guy? Okay. It's not really that interesting a tale. So my profile picture used on YouTube and pretty much everything used to just be a like black screen with Eyezayar written out in white text. That's all it was. Then I think for a while it changed. This is very original, but it changed to white background with black text instead. So that was that for a while. And then one day, I wonder when I changed it exactly. It's kind of crazy to think there was a time where it was just that. I think I changed it around like, when would I have changed it? I think it was around the GTA Online video or the TGB episode 6. I think that's the type of area I changed it, maybe. So I basically decided I need something, I want something new. Like the channel looked so plain and just, I don't know, it almost looked like one of those channels that it's like they comment on videos saying don't read my profile picture. Like that's kind of what it looked like. And I wanted to have an actual kind of like style to the look of the channel, so I started messing around. I hope that I still have the prototype for how it was gonna look. It was so fucking bad, dude. But But then I realized, like, I'm not good at digital art. So I don't know why I'm trying to, like, actually do some good digital art. Let me just fucking... I honestly... I think I was in Photoshop. I wouldn't have even been in Photoshop. I would have been in Pixlr. Or Pixel R, or whatever it is. And, I just started doodling, and this thing came out. And I liked it. And I guess, like, the reason I liked it was because I realized I could do a bunch of different color schemes for it. And I do really like when there's an image or a character or something that has, like, a bunch of different color variations. I've always liked that kind of thing. So I really liked that. I have a very pretentious version of events, but I feel embarrassed saying it because it's definitely attributing more meaning to the image than what is probably there. But that's basically that. Oh, hell yeah. Salmon. Good to see ya. That's a Nikki moment. It's a rusty spoon. Oh, is there a reason I don't have extension? No, there is no reason. Actually, I've meant to do that. I'll write it down so I don't forget. Better Twitch TV. You know how I am with Twitch. Like, I really like doing Twitch. It's just it's rare, you know. The streams aren't a very common occurrence. I really like doing ones like this as well. I'm not advertising it on YouTube, and I'm not making any posts about it because it's nothing big, and we just kind of sit and talk. I really like that kind of thing. You can't grow on Twitch alone, in my opinion. I haven't heard of a single, like, the platform is too big to actually know this for sure, but I haven't heard of somebody really getting all of a sudden big on Twitch through just Twitch. Like, it's usually somebody makes a type of thing on YouTube and people come to Twitch. It's pretty crazy that the potential for growth on this platform is, like, you got to have some other thing going on. It sort of reminds me of having to contact YouTube on Twitter whenever you have a problem, because you can't really get through to them any other way. By the way, that video is still age restricted, and I have no fucking idea why whatsoever. My favorite is the orange Eyesayar. I think my favorite is... I like the red one, but I also am a bit of a blue boy. Blue doesn't get a whole lot of attention either. I haven't really used blue in many of them. But I like the blue one. Looks cool. He was there for a sec. Now it's purple. God damn it. I'm not talking about, like, the Twitter blue one either. It's a little bit of a deeper blue. That's my... Because he's got, like, the orange eye and then the green one. Briefly describe yourself to a crime scene artist and then show us the drawing? Jesus Christ. They're too accurate sometimes, though, you know? Hell yeah, Panda. You do be the red Eyesayar right now. Holy shit, that's a 6-month badge. God damn, thanks, dude. You've been here for 8 months. Hell yeah. Oh, what's my hair color? It will forever remain a mystery. Maybe it switches colors like the Eyesayar that's on screen right now. That's all I can give you. I think I've talked about my hair before. He's bald. Where did that come from? That started very early on. That's even before, like, the Nikki thing. When am I going to play Hotline? You know what? I actually might play a little bit of Hotline for a tiny bit before I go. I need to edit. How long have we been streaming for? Oh, just over an hour. Okay, cool. I have that rainbow hair. Yeah, it's just constantly alternating. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah. I got something to tell you as well. A monumental thing. So, I think it was the last stream. We were given a shout out to Eyezayar VODs on fucking on YouTube. I had no idea who was running the Eyezayar VODs channel. And so we were like all joking about it, and then I was like, maybe I should reach out to him and like, I don't know, just see like what's going on, because he just seems to be doing it just for the sake of doing it. And there there he is. Hell yeah. So I'm just like, you know, we were joking about it and everything. Somebody said he was 12 and we all just ran with that. And then I get an email from Eyezayar VODs himself. And he's not 12 years old. So we all just kind of jumped on that. But yeah, Eyezayar VODs, the man himself, I am Pumpkin Pie, gave me a little email. And I was like, damn, some correspondence with Eyezayar VODs, the highlight of my week. I got no problem with the VODs. It's actually cool to have an archive of them, you know what I mean? Oh, the woman herself, sorry, Jesus Christ. Sorry. So give it up for I am Pumpkin Pie, Eyezayar VODs. That was really cool, actually, yeah. Like, it's like some Inception shit. I'm talking about Eyezayar VODs in one of the videos now, in 2 of the videos now. Do you guys, like, those videos get quite a lot of viewership. Do you guys just, like, put them on in the background or something? If you miss a stream or whatever? I'll now be 12. There we go. Keep the consistency. No, that's really cool. It's cool that you do that. Yeah, I wonder who's watching the Eyezayar VODs. I guess people who just miss streams. Oh yeah, holy shit. Sorry, I was just looking through. Sometimes I forget what we've done. Like, I need to remember to do the, to edit that Arkham thing. The adventures, the fall of Frank Balls. God, it's cool seeing them all there, because Twitch just gets rid of them, so.
It's been 5 years. You still owe me $16.
Henruzel, thank you, dude. Holy shit, 11 months. You're crazy, dude. Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much, Lee. I was actually gonna say, I was gonna ask if during the streams you would like it if there was a chat on screen. Not in the, like, I can make it so it doesn't show up in the recording, but I can make it so it shows up in the stream, sort of like the alerts. Yeah, I wonder how, like, do you guys want that? Does it really make a difference? If you're watching the VOD back, it might be kind of cool to see that. I don't know. When's the Batman Begin? Oh, don't remind me. The Batman Begins video has bad juju now. It just does. You just use the side chat on my screen anyway. Yeah, but you don't have that if you watch it on YouTube though. I don't know, something to think about. Yeah, that Batman Begins video. I'm pretty sure I did a ton of work on the Batman Begins video.
You still owe me $16.
Dude, Henruzel, thanks so much, man. Legend, thank you very much. Appreciate it, dude. Holy shit. I just realized how legendary Henruzel really is. Just hit me all at once. I was gonna say something. It's funny that you're here, actually, Pumpkin Pie. I had a feeling you might have been like you were gonna pop up as soon as I mentioned Eyezayar VODs. It's like a summoning word. Yeah, thank you guys. Super generous. What's the channel with the VODs? It's just Eyezayar VODs. There was another Eyezayar VODs a while ago. That's not you, right? Pumpkin Pie? I swear there was another Eyezayar VODs. Where did he go? Where's he at? Where? No, it's not. Yeah, they did it for a little while. Anyway, lost to time. These we talked about this the other day. The titles of the streams, I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of elite sometimes. I'm a big fan of Orphan puts criminal in hospital real for the Arkham streams. Alright, I'm just gonna laugh at the titles again. We already did this. Eyezayar VODs on Lost Media. Yeah, dude, there was another Eyezayar. There was 2 competing Eyezayar VODs at one point. That is fucking wild. Yeah, whoever it was last time did the a couple of the Arthur Becomes things. Goblin Virus is a good one. Thanks, Potato. Yeah, for sure. Did I ever finish Bloodborne on stream? No, I didn't. I was in a bit of a weird frame of mind during that time. Like, I was kind of like, I think I was a little bit burnt on just everything. I think you can kind of hear it in those streams. Yeah, I don't know. Jonesing for some Indiana, that's a banger. There we go. Yeah, no, I don't. Was I a Cartoon Network kid? No, I didn't have Foxtel, so I didn't indulge in any Cartoon Network. Eyezayar finds his own joke titles funny, not clickbait. That's a good one. That's the next one. Oh god, that thumbnail. Oh, sorry, you guys should probably be seeing this as well. I'm just scrolling through. It brings back so much memories now. Like, the fact that the bug was 10 months ago. God damn. Hell yeah. There was yet another thing that I was going to say, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, I'm tossing up whether or not to go hard into Arthur Becomes the Survivor now, and basically, you know, try to get that done in the next week or two and have that be the next video, or work on a slightly smaller project, have something ready by the end of the week, and sort of just dabble with the Survivor in between. I need to decide today because I'm kind of behind. I'm really liking the fact that there hasn't been a month gap in the last 3 videos. That feels very good. So I want to continue that if I can. Like, we're looking pretty good on the sort of semi-weekly thing. Sort of fortnightly here and there, kind of in between. That night where you kept blowing up a German yeah, I don't know what that was. That didn't even make it into the video, did it? Among Us and Fortnite, 2 words or phrases that just will never ever see the light of day the same way ever again. It sparks something in people's brains. It's like a trigger word. It's a fucking, everybody is a sleeper agent, and as soon as you say one of those, it's just absolute madness. What has happened to the world? Who killed the world? Who did it? God damn. But yeah, I don't know. I need to decide today. I think I might just go in on the Survivor, but I kind of want to throw a curveball out now, to be honest, for the next video. Like, we've had Red Dead, Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars, Red Dead, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars. Those are like the last, 8 videos. I might just throw a curveball out there regardless of how well it does and just make something else at this point. I really, as I was saying the last stream, I really love doing just some random curveball shit every now and again, just about some random interest or topic. Yeah. So I'd probably do something like that. Oh, thanks, Spud. The smaller projects that are just unrelated to what I usually do, really, really fun. I've been thinking like for a while, like as good as the channel's doing right now, and I'm really happy with it. I'd like to start, you know, branching a bit more as well. Like I'm pretty free, but I would like to just start throwing some curveballs out there as well. The death of the killer moth video keeps me up at night. I can actually show you something related to that. Let me, how do I do this? Have I showed this before? This is some exclusive stuff. I do like showing random stuff every now and again. That just probably won't ever get actually made. I was gonna do some videos on C-listers in general. So like, you know, C-list villains. I was feeling that. So I'll show you a couple of the thumbnails that I made. Sometimes like when I have the concept for a video but not the finished product, I like to make a thumbnail first to get a vibe for what it's gonna be. Let me find the thumbnails real quick. Yes, okay, I'll show you. Display capture? No, Dancing Frederick. They're named the same thing. Fuck you. There we go. All right. So yeah, it was gonna be like about C-lister villains. How do I make this display capture a little smaller? Actually, have I showed this before? I feel like I've showed it before. Anyway, where the hell is this display capture? Let me delete this. Hang on, and add a new. Just Jesus, get out of here, you fucking animatronic bastard. There we go. Now you can see the whole thing. Jesus Christ. All right. Oh, whoa. So that was one of them. I was going to do about Condiment King. The script actually turned out pretty cool. And then I scrapped it because I have problems. No, it didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, and I sort of shelved it. So that was cool. It was going to be about how, like, as you can see from the subtitle, I suppose, it was going to be about how, like, we kind of need these loser villains so that they can pale in comparison to the big ones. You know what I mean? So that was pretty cool. Thanks, my better username. I've had this wallpaper for fucking ages at this point. So then there was going to be one about Eyezayar. But that's not his name. The Eraser. I always say Eyezayar. Is his name the Eraser? How do I not even remember his name? I was going to make one about him, about the concept of his abilities, like being he's a C-lister, but if you put the concept of his abilities into modern, like, comics, he would be actually, like, he'd be an example of somebody who's like a joke now, but if you actually applied them into, like, recent stuff, they'd be crazy. So that was another one. And then I was obviously going to do one about Killer Moth. This wasn't quite the Killer Moth video look. This was actually going to be like a separate Killer Moth video from that Killer Moth video. But yeah, I don't really like this thumbnail all that much. It kind of doesn't mesh like the others do, but this is definitely my favorite. This one looks pretty cool. But yeah, it was going to be a little couple of videos that I was going to do, and I didn't end up doing them. Maybe one day. Yeah. I really like C-list villains. I think they're such a, like, it's because they're C-listers both in real life, in terms of, like, they're basically things that kind of get flicked to the side. They're just there for filler sometimes, or maybe for a joke. So in like, in a real sense, they're C-listers, but also in the world, the fictional world that they're in, they're also, like, losers. You know what I mean? They're failed criminals. They're always getting captured very easily, or their plans are being overturned, or sometimes their plans are just so ridiculous. It's almost like they don't actually understand how to be a villain. most of them are very, very like trying too hard kind of thing and not really getting it. That was going to be like the overall idea of most of the videos. Maybe one day, maybe at some point. I'm not deleting the image because I'm determined to remember at least one time that he's there lurking. You know what I mean? Anyway, yeah. Some scrapped ideas. Somebody did ask about scrapped videos before, so there's that, I guess. What else have I got in here? Oh, I can actually show you the Killer Moth thumbnail as well. The actual one. So this was going to be for a video called something like Killer Moth Deserves Better or something. Where are we? Fazbear, thank you. I don't know why my display capture is on a source called Fazbear, but I suppose I'll have to live with it. Yeah, so very basic thumbnail, but it kind of fits, again, the whole idea of Killer Moth's plight, I suppose, both in the fictional sense and in the like the market of characters, like in the real world, you know, how we sort of just flick these ones off to the side. So that was going to be the thumbnail for the Killer Moth video. You're kind of making me want to make it again, but now I have to go back and re-look at everything I wrote. Oh god, there's an unnecessary amount of research in for this video. Maybe one day. How many times have I said maybe one day about these fucking things? Every time somebody asks about it. Anyway, he did get clapped up. Frederick? Good to see you, fella. Did I ever record it? No, it's just in script form at the moment. And not a finished script form either. But you know, I'm getting better at not scrapping. So there's that. What is README? README. I'm very bad at keeping mods for like Red Dead 2 and stuff actually sorted. So it's probably a README from like one of the many mods that I've downloaded for Arthur Becomes. Please make it. We need more videos about Killer Moth. Let me actually look at the abomination real quick. Sorry, I dipped for a moment. I'm looking to risk some finances in the future. Okay, Van's going for it. Did you ever get to the game? No, I haven't gamed yet. I have idiot disease. Good to see you though, Van. Let me see what I got here. Oh yeah, there was somebody who wrote a really cool article about Killer Moth. I don't know, it was in a very obscure fucking place on a very obscure website, but there was an article written about it, and it was damn good, and I used it as a little reference for what I was writing. Damn, I wrote a lot on this for just a little thing. Sorry, this now you guys can watch me silently scroll through old documents, all right? I'm just like trying to find a paragraph that actually like isn't like there's a fucking lot here. I forgot I did so much on it. Oh yeah, you know, I talk about the anti-Batman angle and how Killer Moth's kind of like his spot has changed a lot throughout the years. Like for a while there, he really was an actual formidable kind of anti-Batman, which is just weird to me. But I do argue that they don't have to completely abandon that. It just feels like something that comes later rather than being right off the bat. I also don't really like him being just another billionaire as well. Basically, the argument of the video, or you know, the point of the video is that like I would like to see more of a Killer Moth year one vibe to Killer Moth, where it's like some guy who's completely inept at being a criminal stepping into Gotham's fantastical kind of criminal world. Like, that is such a way more interesting angle to me than billionaire competes with Batman just because, you know what I mean? So that's basically like the point of the video. But anyway, this video doesn't even fucking exist. So anyway, moving on. Sorry, I'm constantly reminding you about the video. I mean, I did talk about it for like a week, constantly referencing progress on it, so I don't really blame you. Yeah, I don't like Killer Moth being like some sort of genius. I really like the idea of him just being some dude trying to make his way, but you know, on the wrong side of the law. Have been thinking about making content on YouTube in the future. What are suggestions that you can give me? Suggestions. Suggestions. I'm bad with suggestions. I think like, regardless, one all-encompassing suggestion I can give for YouTube is that you have to like, your first step should be finding a little spot in your niche and trying to do something different, or at least put a spin on something that's been done, rather than just sort of going with the, like I always say, if you're just gonna, if there has to be some sort of novelty to your video, right? Even if the niche in itself is interesting enough, there has to be a bit of a why to your video. Even when I was just playing through Lego Batman and stuff, I always had a bit of a, I always applied a bit of a lure to it. You know, like me pretending the game is like ultra violent during the playthrough, and then me naming it something like, what if Rockstar Games made Lego Batman, just because the boys go and rob a bank. I mean, like, you gotta put a little bit of oomph onto it, you know? I think just like, if you just try and put a spin on something, like if you want to play through a game, make sure the video isn't just playing through the game. Playing through the game is a step of making the video. Try and just add a novelty to it. People like seeing gameplay, and people have like enjoyable commentary over something, but it just can't be presented that way. Definitely not anymore. The whole playthrough era of just somebody might enjoy just watching a playthrough, don't get me wrong, but it just can't be packaged that way anymore. So if you want to have people see your video, that's generally a good way of doing it. Like me running around and being an asshole in Scribblenauts is a good example, because it's like, that's what I'm doing. It's essentially an edited playthrough, but the packaging is, I ruined the DC universe by being a bad person, and then it's got a fucking image of me killing Batman's parents. Like, it just sort of complements the idea, and playing the game is just a part of it rather than the entire thing, you know? I get I'm inarticulate when it comes to advice, because every single time I give any piece of advice for anything with like YouTube related stuff, I can always think of like it's so case by case basis. It feels like there's a contradiction to everything. But yeah, I don't know. Like somebody asked me on Twitter a while ago, and I wrote something out to them which was a lot more helpful, I think. I have no idea where it would be now, but yeah. Just novelties are important to add to the sort of why should I click this video thing. It's why challenge runs are so popular, and they've remained popular for so long. Like, yeah, this guy's playing Red Dead in an what would you say, unconventional way, but it's kind of just got to be like, it's got to be really, really obvious that it's something, the thing that the person likes is Red Dead, and then the why would they want to watch it is because you're doing it in an unconventional way, basically. Like, challenge runs are basically the formula to making a YouTube video, but in its like, in its purest form when it comes to gaming content. Like, the why is made so apparent that it makes it easy to market those videos, you know? You can do it with any game, essentially. You're taking... It's the act of taking something that somebody already knows, understands, and likes, and then putting a spin on it so that it's same but different, basically. That's the whole idea of making a video, like, interesting to... and getting somebody to want to watch it about a certain topic. I wonder how different your advice would be 5 years from now. Yeah, or even 5 years ago. Like, the advice for when that, like, just playthroughs of games were the king of YouTube, Let's Plays. I wonder how the advice would be perceived back then. Because what do you really say? Like, the whole landscape has just changed so much. Like, even in the last year, now I would say, if you're making a lot of content that's highly edited and stuff like that, I think clips and a clips channel is a very important thing. A lot of people found me through the clips channel. I've also started uploading again on the clips channel now. I don't know why I stopped. But yeah, and then whereas 2 or 3 years ago, everybody was saying, what's the fucking point of having multiple channels anyway? You know what I mean? Like, it was almost kind of just, it went in a up and down thing. At one point, it was really popular to have a ton of channels to separate different topics. That really, really fell out. And now I would say having a clips channel is like one of your biggest advantages. It's little work because you've already made the thing. So now you're just taking the best bits to basically advertise the main thing. Yeah, I'd say that's like become super popular, super important now. Anyway, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think we're playing Hotline Miami. I've just realized. We did talk for 2 hours though. But yeah, Salmon, it'd be interesting. The advice 5 years ago, 5 years from now. Multiple channels is good until food theory becomes a thing. I don't know what that is. Gotta get those YouTube Shorts views. I actually don't even mess with YouTube Shorts. I think a clips channel is better. YouTube Shorts almost feels like a separate platform. Because it kind of goes beyond repackaging. Like, people are scrolling so quickly through like a TikTok-esque thing that them going and pursuing the full alternative to the short clip they just watched, I feel, is smaller. Clips channels are so good because it gives you a taste tester, and then, like, chances are you were already looking for content to watch in full anyway. Like, I caught a little bit of Dark Viper's stream the other day, and he brought up something really, really interesting. It was like, I feel like clips are such good advertising on YouTube, because usually when someone starts their scroll for content, like they're looking for something to watch, usually they'll start with a clip, and it will prompt them to go searching for something similar. Like, it's basically, and I realized I do the same sort of thing when I jump on YouTube to find something to watch. I usually end up seeing something on my recommended that's a clip, and it sends me down a bit of a rabbit hole, you know what I mean? I thought that was a pretty good point. It's like the precursor to finding a full video to watch. So short clips should be the way to advertise your channel. The amount of people who found my channel through the clips channel was really surprising. And it was even more surprising how many people actually went from the clips to the full video. I need a drink of water. We've been talking for an hour and 40 minutes. Thanks for being here though, guys. It's fun. Cheers, everybody. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. This is a moment. Not... I'm normally not a Twitch guy, but this stream has kind of made me understand the appeal. Hell yeah, dude. That's nice to hear, dude. Thanks. I take that as a big compliment. Thank you. I've got to go bury my wife and children in the woods. Okay. Nitro, understandable. Understandable, dude. Thanks for stopping in, man. Thank you, thank you. Farewell. I dislike this video game character clip was what introduced me. Really? See what I mean? They just be advertising. I enjoy making clips, honestly, as well. It's such an interesting way to like repackage your videos. Just, it's you make it a little ad for your full thing, basically. And again, if you've got like super edited content, super edited videos, and you might spend 2 hours on a single edit or something, it's kind of cool to repackage that into a clip. Got to have a connected audience. Yeah. Yeah, the Clips channel audience like is about, I think it's about like 60-40, at least that's how it is in my mind. Like, I did a poll that said majority of people found the Clips channel and didn't know who I am, like the vast majority, but in my mind it's like I've probably got about 40% of people who already knew about the channel, and then like 60% probably didn't. Oh, Van, cheers, dude. Yeah, it's the clip. I really like the Clips channel. It's fun to do that. Like, the human steak edit is so fucking dumb, but even you just reminding me, it's like, I'm glad that that's there. I hope somebody stumbles across that and goes, what the hell is this? Like, let me see the full thing. Yeah. I saw your channel from the Mr. Freeze video and the Adventures of Bruce and Robert. That was the video that kicked off Adventures of Bruce and Robert. That was the one. How you going, Derek? Good to see you, dude. Yeah, that was the one. It was very fucking weird, man. I was so happy that the transition could be made, though, you know? Like, that's basically the video that is responsible for how much Lego content I've made. Because I really enjoyed doing a playthrough type video like that, like a highly edited playthrough. But, I wasn't sure how it was really gonna go, how it was gonna be received. Again, most of my audience was like Red Dead 2 sort of Rockstar Games audience. So I was like, throwing out a Lego Batman video was the fucking weirdest shit to do. And I'm so thankful that it blew up like that. Really allowed me to just start trying different things, you know? I got a lot of nostalgia for making those first two Lego Batman videos, actually. It was such a, like, curveball thing for me to do. Oh, that's cool. Dino Twitch. Yeah, I still have, like, a love for those character analysis type videos. Like, well, music. I think the thing is, like, I actually want to get back to making something like that, just on different topics. You gotta risk it for the biscuit. Yeah, it was also just a matter of me doing some random thing that I knew I would have fun with. Regardless of, like, if it was gonna do well. When I first released those Lego Batman videos, there was a good amount of people who were like, what the fuck is this? Like, you're doing character analysis videos and then you come out and start, like, abusing Lego characters. It was very weird at the time. The transitional period before that video blew up was very, very odd. I was like, oh man, I don't know if anybody's really vibing with this. You know? I haven't watched the analysis on Micah yet. Oh yeah, that's fine, dude. It was weird making analysis videos when the game was so new. Do you have multiple audiences, or do most of the same people watch all your videos? There is a little bit of a split, but nowhere near as much as there used to be. Like, that's one thing that makes me feel really good about what I've done on YouTube and stuff, is it's like, it definitely feels like a lot of people just want to see like the spin I put on something, which is like a massive compliment to me. Like like, there's definitely some people who only watch the Red Dead stuff, and then some people who watch all the other stuff, but that split has gotten much, much smaller over time, especially as, like, my channel has hit a couple of peaks. Like, it hit a bit of a peak with the analysis video, and then it's calmed down for a bit, and then, it hit, like, one of its biggest peaks with the, TGB stuff. And then it coasted for a little bit, and then I decided to start playing Lego Batman, and it hit another peak. Like, that's going into the later episodes of Bruce and Robert is probably my channel's biggest peak, when the Bruce It's Been 5 Years started going around. And yeah, and now I feel like I'm in another coasting period where it's like I'm very, very content with it right now, and I'm sure when I'm sure down the road, I don't know what I'll do that will spark again, you know. I'm always very, very content with YouTube. I don't really get scared by numbers anymore, because I know that I've got a lot of cool ideas, and a lot of people who are very, very kind when it comes to giving new ideas a try. So, you know, I'm always really content with sort of where I'm at with it. That's really nice of you to say, Spud. Thank you. Thank you, Salmon. You guys are too nice. Thank you. It's pretty hard for most channels to beat that wall where the viewer only watches for a topic instead of watching whatever the channel puts out. So I see that is, you just articulated it perfectly. Thank you, Dino. Yeah, that's basically the point that I'm trying to get through all of my rambling, is it's like, I sort of felt the Red Dead cage start to close around me when I did a couple of those character analysis videos, and I was like, man, when I release something that's not this, I sure hope people still kind of like what I'm doing, like that's when I first started. And of course, there was a transitional period where people weren't really vibing with it all too much, but then when the audience sort of like grew through two completely different topics, it just opened up the door for that. And that's really nice. Like, that's like some of the biggest compliment. That's one of the biggest compliments I've ever received, like in its totality, of some people just watch to see what dumb thing I made regardless of the topic. Like, I don't know how long a channel can thrive off that without having like a couple of set topics in the channel, but that's why I'm also really glad that I do have specific topics that people know me more for, you know what I mean? Yeah, but basically, Dino, yeah, you just, or I hope your name is Dino, actually. Cool Dinom Twitch. Cool Dinom. But yeah, that's basically what I was trying to say. And thank you, Chops. That's nice of you to say, dude. Oh, thanks, Salmon. Yeah, that's always the goal. Like, the topics are dumb, but I'm always trying to like actually make something different out of it. I never want like a playthrough to just be a playthrough. I was saying on Twitter the other day, like, sometimes I really need to thank everybody, because as dumb as the topics for the videos are, this whole thing for the last almost 3 years now is, over 3 years, is like a legitimate outlet for me creatively. Like, so I'm always really, really thankful for that, you know? And then there's the Twitch chat, exactly. Extra dedicated. The Eyezayar style toasted, hell yes. Thanks, dude. I like, it's a product of a lot of the things that I like in what I watch, you know, like, I don't have any problem with people who do the sort of stuff where it doesn't take a ton of editing or a ton of like, I don't know, effort to put into like a concept or something. Like there's some people I watch who just play games, and that's great. There's definitely a massive spot for that. But most of the stuff that I really, really love to watch, regardless of the topic, it's usually like when you can see that somebody's just sort of taking it like a little bit further than what it needs to, and they're putting a lot of themselves into it. I really like admire that kind of thing. Like when I found the guy who made the Red Dead Online is dying or dead, or I can't remember the title, Jack Sather or Sather. He was like a really, really small channel when I found that video, and as soon as I watched that video, I was like, this is the exact type of fucking thing that I'm talking about. Like, it was just like that step beyond the usual video that would be on that sort of topic, and he was like putting so much of his own sort of spin and personality into it, and I was like, now I love that channel. That's just one of like my main channels that I'll watch every video that comes out, because there's so much passion in those videos, even if regardless of what the topic is, you know. Yeah, and like, yeah, that's my favorite thing to watch, like always over topic, for sure. He makes really great stuff. Thank you, Van. That's something that I almost sort of fell into the trap of in some of the earlier Bruce and Robert episodes. I thought that was the reason people were watching, and I remember hitting a point where I was like, am I adding this joke in because I actually think it's funny, or because it's like, haha, it's that meme sound effect that, you know, please laugh now. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I had to actively get back into my groove of like just add what you actually think is funny. Like there doesn't have to be a quota met of how many impact font memes there are, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm glad that I could sort of settle back into. The $16 thing is the greatest example of it ever, because when I made the video and then I was going to take that out, and I was like, because I was like, I don't actually think people are going to find this thing funny. I find it funny. Like, it was making me laugh every time I would go back and watch it through that video. I was like, I really find this funny, but I don't know if it even makes any fucking sense. I just find it funny because, and I was so close to taking that piece of the video out. And if I had I don't know what would have happened with the channel, but that was like the biggest significant boost I've ever had. And it felt good because I was like, man, okay, that's my sense of humor in a nutshell. This is so fucking stupid. So yeah. Thank you, Van. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, the panda. That's basically my mindset. Like, I gotta understand that catering to everybody is not the way to go. Like, if there is an audience for my sense of humor, and so and a lot of them have found it, so that's just like a good feeling in general. If the $16 clip never happened, the channel would have died. I wouldn't say it would have died, but I think that was like, that's actually a good milestone for where like a lot of people were just watching whatever it was that I would put out, and that was great. Like, not the first time that happened, but that was really cool. Like, because that episode, like, Bruce and Robert was going good before that episode, and everything was like, again, it's hard to pinpoint when the channel might have dipped, because I've just kind of always remained like pretty damn content with where it's at, even in its low points, you know? And again, talking statistically, low points. But yeah, I think that definitely gave me a fucking huge boost. It's not my most viewed video, but that clip in terms of like just significance on social media, like in this space in general, it probably brought the biggest awareness that I exist ever, if that makes sense, you know? Your audience is the same group of people that find it hilarious every time we get jump scared by Freddy. Exactly. That's what I'm here for. It's just broken. Have I ever had a roadblock for ideas in videos? I actually, no. Because ideas have never been the problem for me. It's the, like, it's all the doubt that sort of surrounds whether or not, does anybody actually want to watch this? Do I even really want to, like my surety of the idea compared to the amount of ideas is not, like, they don't equate. Like, there's so many things that I want to make, and a never-ending bucket of supplies for just bits and pieces of videos or complete video ideas or series concepts. But right now, I'd say my worst problem is, like, I've got so many series that people want to see continuations of that I often put the ideas on hold because it's like, I just need to complete this season. I just need to complete this portion of the series. And it's like, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. I appreciate that, Henruzel. No, that's really nice of you guys to say. Yeah, that's my main thing at the moment. Like, I know, like, Arthur Becomes, I love the series. It's been really hard. It's been a hard series to make, but I really, really enjoy it. It's been mostly a hard series to make because every time I put an episode out, I'm like, I know this is great. Like, each episode is, in my opinion, like, probably better in terms of how I used to make the TGB episodes, but I know every single time it's like, a lot of people are probably thinking, like, this is cool, but you have a Red Dead series already that, like, I would really love to see continue. And I'm always feeling like this is really good. This episode of Arthur Becomes, mate, it's fucking sick. Give it a try here. I promise you'll like it. And it's like, at the same time, I'm thinking, yeah, there's a whole other series that just has not had a continuation that I just don't want anybody to get the impression that I'm, like, slapping them in the face. Like, watch this new thing. That old thing you like, never coming back. It's never been the intention. It's just kind of how it's panned out, you know? Overwork is bad for you. Yeah, Wookie, it is. I'm in a really good spot with balance, though. I am. The reason I can't upload every single day is I never really, I try not to put every aspect of my life on pause. I'm young. I gotta live sometimes, you know? I've never ever felt pressured to do that, though. Again, for the majority of the time that I've done any YouTube related thing, I've felt very content. And that's a really nice feeling. That's why I'm basically always thinking of it, always it's always on my mind, you know? Because it's put me in a really, really good spot of being able to feel content like that. And I always get to, like, flex different creative muscles that I want to try. If I want to do a scripted video, I go and do a scripted video. If I want to just play through a game and focus on editing a lot, I can do it. I've just always been in a really, really nice spot with it, you know? I've never felt trapped for, like, there's been portions where I've been worried about getting trapped in a certain topic or style or whatever, but it's short-lived, you know? Eyezayar, just clone yourself to get more content out for everyone. God. One day. We're not far from it, you know? Have you ever considered asking other folks to help you out with editing and such? I've considered getting some people to help me with clips. I've considered, like, asking some people to help me out with clips and TikTok stuff and, like, side stuff, but not in terms of like the actual making of the videos. I just really love every step too much to delegate. Yes, it would be financially beneficial, and the health of the statistical health of the channel, if I was uploading like every day, would be a lot better. But like, again, I'm content. I love what I actually make, and I don't want to delegate any of the making process. I've considered like getting people to make clips, getting people to make clip thumbnails, because that's like marketing stuff, like trying to get more people to find the actual thing that I've made. But like the actual building the skill of like editing, not even just in terms of like the actual noticeable edits, but like the structure of editing and stuff. I love that. I've always loved writing. So every time I do a script, I'm like putting my all into that as well, trying to get better at it. Like, it's just a bunch of skills that I see it as. And I don't want to delegate that process to anybody. Yeah. Dark Viper has a really good program for his accounts outside of the main channel. He is very good at what he does. He has the ability to sort of, how would I put it? Dark Viper's really good at sacrificing certain things to make sure that there is a consistent flow, whereas I get very bogged down in my feelings about a certain thing, where it's like he's very willing to compromise. And I'm not even talking about like compromising quality, just there's a certain list of things you got to compromise to make sure that this is consistent and always sort of happening, and he's very good at doing that. And I'm a lot more like led by my feelings when it comes to the things that I make. Yeah. But I really admire the way that he does YouTube and Twitch and stuff. Like, a lot of the things that I've done throughout the years, like especially the Clips channel, when I saw that he was making a Clips channel and talking about how beneficial it is for the growth of your main content, treating it as sort of like a taste tester to get people to come and actually see the whole thing, I was like, man, I should probably get on that. And there's been a couple of different examples of that where he's good at what he does. So yeah, like in terms of how to do this kind of thing, like how to market your stuff, he's really good at that. What do you find better / more rewarding, recording gameplay or editing it? Always editing it. Like, recording's super fun, but at the same time, when I'm editing, I can kind of separate myself from myself, and it's like how the editing process becomes, how do I make this, enjoyable? How do I make it flow well? How do I make it interesting? Like, I can sort of separate myself from myself. When I'm recording, I get in my own head sometimes, where I'm like, you got to sort of fight the battle of trying to remain interesting, and the more you think about that, the more sort of taxing it becomes. That got a lot better for me when I realized I didn't have to say something every 5 seconds and be completely interesting 100% of the time. Like, you've just got to kind of allow for a natural flow. Or I got very burnt out on recording things a while ago. Probably like towards the end of Bruce and Robert, probably, I was like, sometimes I was like, I just don't even want to listen to myself try to be interesting, you know what I mean? But I got out of that because I just sort of, it was a new process of me trying to be even more just myself. Like, there doesn't have to be a comment on everything. I don't have to retain the attention of everybody every millisecond, you know? So that was a good little turning point, you know? I just don't, I've also come to grips with the fact, like, I don't think I'll ever be able to do things daily. The things, like, the process just takes longer for the type of thing that I do, and I'm not trying to fight that fight anymore. I'll try and do weekly, and if I have to fortnightly, like if a video is taking a little longer, but daily's never gonna happen. It's just never gonna happen. Editing can get a little tedious sometimes when it gets to a somewhat repetitive section, but the payoff of finishing a video is always amazing. 100%. Yeah, no, that's another thing, Wookie. Like, I've also, like, that whole me thinking that I need to gain the attention of everybody to keep the channel going, like, every single second. I've kind of just, I've left that behind. Like, people, I've had periods where there's, like, a month with no video, 2 months with no video. Like, if people want to see it, they'll find it, and I don't have to, like, treat my audience as if they're 2 years old and just gonna forget. Like, some people will, sure, and some people will get tired of waiting, but that's just not really my audience, you know? Like obviously everybody has a portion of that just comes with the territory, but again, I'm really lucky like that. I can never figure out if you should record commentary while recording the video or if you should add post commentary during editing. You have to decide that before you make the video. That should come with, like, the concept of the video. Like, I didn't make The Magician going in thinking I was gonna do live commentary. I was like, this is gonna be a scripted video before I even started. Like, before I even started recording the gameplay. See you later, Van. Thanks for stopping in, dude. Can we get some farewells for Van, please? I need H2O. Is The Magician still age restricted? Yep. I don't know why. I almost don't even want to pursue it anymore with YouTube because they treat you like such a nuisance whenever you contact them. But they said they would get back to me on Twitter like 4 days ago, and they just have not done that. So, yeah. They make the next step so just, where do I go? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I don't know. I'm tempted to just let it go, but at the same time, you know, I worked on that for a long time. It's always annoying when you have like all of that sort of like stripped down for no reason. You know what I mean? Like they're acting as if they're like, I've done some like big thing wrong, but they will never tell. Like, and I just want to appease the rules. But then they just like, it's like a game of fucking chasey. Like I've got to search some cryptic puzzle just to find what it possibly could have been that age restricted the video. Whereas you could just tell me, I could remove that part of the video. Then not only does YouTube make money from the cut of people watching it, but then I get paid for the work that I put into the video. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like a win-win situation, but they just won't tell you why. So you just, it's very, very frustrating. You have to hold yourself back from not being a little bit snarky to them when they reply to you on Twitter. Like, the way they reply to you is always so like up and down professional. Like there's no real give in terms of like, hey, you might have made a mistake, and now like if I wasn't in a better position, like if I was really just scraping by and you've just taken like a month's work from me, like, can we not entertain the idea at first that you might have made the mistake and not me? Like, they always kind of just treat you like you're a nuisance for contacting them in the first place. It's very annoying. But anyway, I imagine if you've got somebody who is on the inside a little bit, you've got like some, I don't even, like if you're a YouTube partner, some people have like contacts. I'm sure the people who work in those things are lovely, but you can't help but feel like if you don't, you're so on the outside from everything. So yeah. Contact Moist Critical. Nah, I think I'll give another shot at contacting them. They're just not really interested. It's a drop in the bucket, you know. They see a 100k view video, and I think it's just not worth their time at the end of the day. And it's even fucking worse if you're an even smaller, like, creator, you know? I don't even consider myself a super small creator anymore, but it's so hard not to feel like you're just getting flicked off to the side sometimes. It's like, anyway. I don't like to complain because I'm in a very fortunate position. Again, I'm super content with it. It just does suck when you work on something for a month and then it's just they shrug their shoulders at you and basically tell you to go away. Yeah. The Magician really reminded me of the old TGB videos. Dude, and I was really happy with that video. It really did kind of feel like I was returning to an old format with all of my new experience. And I was like, man, when I do go back to doing TGB, it's like, I feel like I've got a refined sort of idea of how to do it. So thanks for saying that, dude. I thought the same thing. Yeah, Salmon, they don't, again, it's hands off. Maybe if I was like a 1 million subscriber channel and the video was like I could kick up more of a stink about it basically and maybe get a bit more like attention towards it. But again, it feels so, I hate to complain. But it is a kick in the guts, as I said when I first posted about it. I always try to remember, like, yes, I'm making videos on the internet, but I still put a month's worth of time into like that project, you know what I mean? And when the solution is as easy as just telling me what the issue is so that we both can benefit from it, it feels really, really rude to just be like, nah, what do we care? You know, like, why should we give a shit? It just feels like, again, you're just being sort of tossed off to the side. Yeah, like, it's in any situation, it's hard to feel bad for the company. So already by default, you're like, hey, $1 billion bastard, do you mind giving me my pay for making this video? Like, I would have made the video anyway, but you know, like, there's no reason for this to be there's no reason for this to be like non-beneficial for the both of us. The money that the video makes might not mean much to the company, but to the person making it. Anyway, I'm in a ramble cycle now. Oh, dude, I'm so keen for the return of TGB when I finally get there. Like, I don't want to look at the strategies that have been made, because I want to be able to appreciate the suffering behind them. It's going to be very interesting. Think I'll ever make a video on Spider-Man PS4/PS5? I actually do have a video in mind for it. That I won't say what, because I don't want to create another Killer Moth situation. It's cool though. I do want to make it. So we shall see. You can still complain about bullshit even if you're in a good place. That's true, Wookie, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm on two sides of the problem, because on one hand I want to pursue it and just like really fucking chase it down for all it's worth, but not even just in terms of the money, but because now nobody new will see the video unless they specifically search for it on my channel, which sucks. And the thing that really annoyed me that I was saying on Twitter as well was like, now there's an episode in the middle of a series that some people will either have to skip over or like it's just this weird inconvenience to have in the middle of a series. Like this one is pretty much the same like rating in terms of ages as all, like the content is pretty much the same. There's nothing particularly obscene about this specific episode, and yet for some reason we've just got this weird inconvenience in the middle of the playlist. It's just very weird. That sort of stuff gets to me more than the money even. And it's so petty from them. When, as I was saying, like, we both can make money from this video if you just tell me the reason and I will take it out. I'm not above taking out a portion of the video so that it can be sort of like reinstated, you know what I mean? But anyway. YouTube hates magic. I've actually started, like, I was really trying to think of what it could have been that set it off, but I just don't really know. It's very, like, the humor and the, like, the, what would you say? Like, the obscene language is not more than anything else. It just feels like this random video just got, like, I don't know what box it ticked. It just feels very random. Yeah, me too, Wookie. Thanks for stopping in, though, dude. Get some farewells for Wookie. Appreciate you, dude. You'll be alright, mate. Everything happens for a reason. Thank you, Andrew. I'm not super concerned about it. It's just when I start talking about it, I go, this problem didn't have to happen. It didn't have to go without a resolution, but they're just making it that way. So, anyway. Like, it's not something I'm going to sleep at night going, I'll get you one day, YouTube, you pieces of shit. It's just kind of, when I think about it, it feels super unnecessary for there to even be a problem. Is there anything drug involved? I really don't think so. Like, the closest thing that I came to thinking that they might not like is that when I'm chasing the kid to get Arthur's satchel back, I say that he's a piece of shit kid. But, like, I just can't see a reality where that age restricts the video. I just can't see there's no way. There's just no fucking way. Like, I can't conceive of it, but maybe. That's the only thing in the video that I was like, oh man, maybe if they were being like really fucking, like they were scrutinizing every detail, looking for a reason not to reinstate it. Maybe they just forgot to age restrict all the others. That's my biggest fear, dude. Nah. It's like, YouTube is pretty lenient. That's another thing that annoys me. It's a pretty lenient platform. You're good to pretty much make whatever you want outside of like politics stuff. Like, gaming is a pretty safe bet on YouTube. You're allowed to swear. That's not really an issue. Like in 2016 maybe, but not now. They're happy for that. They'll push the envelope as much as they can until another big thing happens where we have like an adpocalypse, and then, you know, the process starts over again of getting closer and closer to the edge of what's acceptable. And it's in a good place at the moment, at least on my side of the fence, you know? You feed that guy to a crocodile? Yeah, but there's plenty of episodes where I've like blown people's heads off. Like, they're not really concerned about that if it's in the video game, you know? It's pretty impossible to bring a video out of age restriction, especially when they apparently manually review it, but it's like you wouldn't have even had time to watch the whole video by the time they reject it. It always feels like they maybe just tick whatever box. It's a 50-50 chance on the manual review, you know? I feel like content on YouTube has been filtered down to everyone making the same videos. I appreciate it, Chops. There's some really, really good stuff out there. You just got to find it. There is definitely a meta of like certain videos you'll see a lot more these days, and it boils down to like the least amount of effort for the most amount of content, and they have a very specific like look to them and stuff. And I'm not even saying that this is a bad thing, it's just how it is. Like there'll always be some sort of variation of that on YouTube, but there's some really good stuff out there if you can find it. Sounds good, Andrew. I'm sure if you go over it with a fine-tooth comb, your imagination can run wild as to what YouTube would just deem not acceptable all of a sudden, you know? Would make sense, Egg, yeah. I can see that. YouTube kind of seems like a losing battle. Again, like, for me personally, I've always been super lucky. I've always been really fortunate. This is a 1 in... How many videos have I made? No, it's a 2 in... How many videos are on the channel? Let me see. It's a 2 in 75. I've only ever had 1 other video age restricted. Again, for a reason I have no idea. So, like, again, I've always been super fortunate. They're pretty lenient. I never censor myself what I say. I have a foul mouth in a lot of videos. Never had a problem, you know, or very rarely have a problem. As long as you don't swear in the first 30 seconds, you don't say some really fucked up shit, you don't say something that's too, like, crazy. You're not talking about, like, politics. You're pretty good. Again, especially in gaming, you're pretty safe to do whatever you want. At least for me, I've been very lucky. You need to sell stickers of the alien dudes. Maybe I'll do that. They would actually look really, really cool. I've considered it before. It's just if you remember when I released the Western Jesus sticker, which I only ran for a little while because I started sort of seeing what people were talking about. It's like when you're doing merch on demand stuff where it gets made and then sent through a company, it's very, very difficult to make it cost effective. Like, even the stickers, I had to sell the stickers for like $7 because they were actually like good stickers. It was like $7 or $10, I can't remember, because they were like the options on the website were like, you can do a paper sticker. I didn't want a paper sticker. I wanted like this proper one with like this thing, and I didn't want just a disposable sticker. Basically, I wanted one you could like put on a laptop or put on a whatever. And people weren't super rapt about the fact that you're selling one sticker for $10. Like, I understand that, but so it's kind of difficult. Like, that's something I'm super unfamiliar with, is like how to actually have a really good balance with like merchandise. It's a lot of time and a lot of effort just to sort of get a good system going. I feel like if you don't have contacts, you know. Middleman companies always inflate prices. Yeah, that's like if one day I will put a ton of time into actually being able to run merch myself, or I mail it out myself, I feel like that might be a better way to do it. Because, you know, merchandise is cool, and I got a couple of really cool designs that like I've wanted to do. It's just hard to, again, put together on your own. Like, if someone was to reach out to me and want to start up like those companies that basically start up like the merch stores and stuff. Appreciate that, yeah. Poolsy, thanks, dude. I think I've been calling you Yaman, but I just realized it's your man Poolsy. Yeah, I love the design. The way that it came about is so silly. But I love it. Pyrocynical ended up having to do it himself. Yeah, he has a pretty like elaborate merch thing going on, right? Like, it's all through him I don't know. There's some people who get really lucky where they get hooked up with like Represent or something, and they'll just do it. Like, I'm sure there's some work to be put into it, but from my understanding, they handle a lot of like the logistical stuff. You can get lucky like that, or you can just sort of have to do it yourself. Because the middleman things, I think I'm done with the middleman merch stuff. It's just every time it's like you want to make a t-shirt. If you want to make any profit from it at all, you got to make it like $30. And the shipping is fucking ridiculous to certain places. It's annoying. You'll make the merch jobs, thanks. Oh, favorite Breaking Bad character. I'm a Jesse boy, but I also really love Mike, and I liked Jane a lot as well. Favorite character though, maybe not, but cool character. I love Gus.
It's been 5 years. You still owe me $16.
Hell yeah, Feet. Thank you, dude. 15 months.
Oh no, I missed it, sad face.
Sad face. Oh, that artist badge looks so dope. How you going, Feet? Good to see you. Never seen Prison Break, Kenda. What was I gonna say? I can't remember what I was gonna say. Thank you, Feet. Oh yeah, favorite Breaking Bad character. Yeah, Jesse, Gus, and oh, it's been so long since I watched it. Like, obviously Walt, because he's like, you know, the star of the show, but like, if I'm not mentioning like the main character, yeah, let's go Jesse, Jane, Mike, Gus. And I love Saul, of course. Yeah. Saul. Yep. That's my top 5. Jesse, Jane, Mike, Saul, Gus. Yes, that's a good list. I'm happy with that. I love that whole portion of the show with Jesse and Jane. It's probably my favorite part of the show. It always makes me very sad because it like shows you the most vulnerable side of Jesse, I think, or one of. He fucking really cops it, but I like that part of the show a lot. Jane is her name, right? Like, it has been a while. Yeah. And also the actress is great. She does a really good job in Jessica Jones as well. I haven't seen Breaking Bad because my friend was gatekeeping it. What a weird show to gatekeep. It's funny, like, because before it was like a massive meme. Like I watched it a couple of years before it became a massive meme, but it was always kind of floating around, and it's so funny to see how massive it's become now. Probably in part because of Better Call Saul as well. Yeah, there's a good portion of the audience, Henruzel, that's from Australia, but most of it is like where you would not expect, like well, I guess you would expect it because it's for most people, but America, Canada, that kind of vibe. Yes, me too, CJ. I'm very glad that I got to experience the show before it was like, when you see a really sad moment, the first thing that pops in your mind is like, Walter White crying compilation. Like, you know what I mean? True, Dino. I mean, like, most people's audience, if you speak English on YouTube, most people's audience are predominantly American, because it's just like that's where most of the people engage with English speaking content. Yeah, gatekeeping anything is weird to me. I agree, Fogelman. It's very, very odd. And you can find it for like any topic too. Just anything. The most obscure fucking thing. There's people who like gatekeep woodworking or like fucking table making. There's people who People who gatekeep even like just the most obscure pieces of technology, and it for everything. Fucking cartridge paper probably has gatekeepers. Jesse Pinkman would never, exactly. Good bloke. I don't gatekeep, I make you like what I like. Exactly, dude. That's the way to go. One day people will gatekeep me. Is there anything to gatekeep? You only watch the Red Dead videos? What are you, a fucking fake fan or something? Haven't you seen what did Batman actually say to the Riddler analysis? Have you not seen that? What are you, some kind of faker, some kind of imposter? We had a joke about that ages ago. What was it again? Something about real Eyezayar fans. I can't remember what it was. We had some dumb shit like that for a while. Watch the Darjeeling Limited. You mention that movie a lot. I'm beginning to think maybe I should. I must be missing out on something. Gatekeeping as a concept is cringe, but I do feel the urge to... Yeah, no, it is interesting seeing something you like be like have a completely new audience like appear out of nowhere, but I've never had the urge to be like, you can't like this thing. Get away from my thing. Or you will be killed. Yeah. Oh god. Don't do it. Don't do it, Peak. You've been a pillar of this community. Don't do it. Real Eyezayar fans would know his name is Nick. Exactly. That thumbnail making stream was iconic. That's like a very memorable stream to me. Those thumbnails we made for TGB were fucking awesome, by the way. I still look back on those thumbnails as like some of my favorites. I can't wait for when we can finally use them. Opinions on Darman? I have no opinions on Darman. Demetrius? Dimitri the horse from, here's some extended lore. What was his, Dimitri the horse from the Brawler episode. There we go. Not quite as iconic as the other horse from another series, but good enough. What time is it for me? It's, holy Jesus. 5:30 in the evening. Holy shit. Yeah, I should probably edit. I haven't done shit today. I did a little bit. I worked on a thumbnail for another video that I don't know if is ever going to come out. The thumbnail's cool. But I should kick into gear and get this next thing underway. I don't know what it is going to be. Clipping this and exposing you for not being a massive fan of Darman. Don't do it. I'm gonna lose my subscribers. Don't do it. Do an editing stream. I might bring an editing stream to the table at some point soon, maybe. Should do another thumbnail stream eventually. Those are really fun. I love making thumbnails. I make too many for videos that don't come out. I've talked about this so many times, but I just be making thumbnails. God. And I'm glad I keep all my prototype thumbnails too. I post a lot of the prototype thumbnails, like the ones that don't actually make it to the final version of the video, on Patreon as well. So I probably shouldn't show all of them because should leave something to be, you know, special for the Patreon. But I mean, yeah, that's another thing if you're interested in that kind of deal. Like usually I'll make when I have an idea for a video, I'll make like a prototype thumbnail. So it's a very quick, like, this is the general way that it's going to look. And then once I finish the video, I'll go back and like use all of those general ideas to make a full version, you know? So yeah. Thumbnail streams need to return. I agree, dude. Some point soon. We shall. Like I'll give you a general idea. Like this is one of the things that I usually post on the Patreon. Let's do a bit of Patreon shilling, right? So to give you an idea, let me see. What do we got here? Where's the final thumbnail? There we go. So for the most recent video, oh Jesus, I fucking closed it. Where is it? Here. So like before I finished editing the video, we had fuck off Freddy Fazbear. This was the look for the new video at first. You can see like it's more or less a lot of the same, but when I went back and made like wait, could I have made my Patreon name my Twitch username? Aki, are you Josh, the one who gave $10, you crazy person? What was I gonna say? Yeah, this is how the new video was gonna look. And then obviously it's just a refined version. It just looks better, you know, at least in my opinion. So that's usually like, I do a lot of this stuff on Patreon just because I personally would find it interesting if a lot of the people that I watched posted that kind of thing. So, I do a lot of like this is not even very different compared to how different they usually are, but yeah, it's a pretty good example. Like I really didn't like text up here, and then when I first put this down here, I didn't like how open this entire area was. And then yeah, I forgot to close the quote, but here's the reason that I did that. It looked really muddy when I put a little quote behind it, and it kind of like interrupted the flow of the words when I put it over it, so I just decided to not close it. So stuff it. I'll be grammatically incorrect for the sake of aesthetics. Yeah, it had too many like drop shadows and it made it muddy there, and then if it didn't have a drop shadow, it just looked like this weird white smudge behind it. Because I like the reason I kept the first one is because it at least like communicates the idea that it's me like saying something, which is kind of like it's worked really well for me in thumbnails and stuff in the past. So yeah, like I was gonna remove both. Like trust me, there's a bunch of different like small things that I was gonna change, but like you can even see here, for the sake of clarity, like I just took out this extra little fella here, took him out from there, just because it's like this big blob of white over here, that kind of thing. There's a bunch of different like things. Really liking the borders on the thumbnails for the new videos. Thank you, appreciate that, dude. I'm actually gonna do something. So for the prequels, you can see that like the borders are yellow. So for each prequel video that I've done, the borders were yellow. And then I think for like the original trilogy, I'll do like, you know, like that Star Wars blue on a galaxy far away, that kind of thing. You know, that color? I might make the borders like that color for the original trilogy. And then for the sequel trilogy, I might do red. I don't really know what colors people associate, like what fans associate with the movies, but that sounds kind of cool. Oh, CJ, see, I've got it, dude. Hell yeah. How did I know these things? CJ, you're a genius. Yeah, so I really like that idea. I love having things like have a little bit of a format to them. So I started kind of doing that with Arthur Becomes, and yeah, because you can make like every single thumbnail, I think it's important to make them look distinct, but if you can have a little defining factor to them, it's nice as well. So yeah, like a ready orange kind of thing, I think, for the sequels. I don't like. I didn't know specifically that that's what people would associate with it, but through like osmosis must just have seen that through, you know, because Star Wars is fucking everywhere. I've probably just seen that without even realizing. Crows supporter? Dude, I haven't watched football in like years, man. But yeah, I'm glad it's fun sharing those. Get the fuck out of here, you furry fuck. No hate to furries, by the way. I just mean this specifically. Get out of here, brother. You can be a furry if you want. I won't insult you. Just gotta make that blatantly obvious. Anyway. I'm not getting cancelled by furries, dude. No fucking way. That was very insensitive of me, it was. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but it's fun sharing the little ideas for each series and stuff. These streams are my absolute favorite. Like, as fun as it is to play through games and stuff like that, these are the ones. Clipped. I'm going down, boys. How did I like Star Wars? Like, how did I enjoy it? Or how... I thought you were going to say, how have I never seen it? That even baffles me, to be honest. Like, I said this at the start of the stream, but the only one that I've seen in full is The Force Awakens. And the only thing I remember that is, like, the opening scene, I think, of... Might not even be the opening scene. Of, like, the circular droid, the spherical droid rolling around in the sand somewhere. I remember that. Anyway. You'll be trending on Twitter within 12 hours. No. Please, no. It ain't that weird. I've never seen the movies either. Only played... Yeah, I played Star Wars games and had Star Wars toys, but never watched the movies. Yeah, and so this is just like the best possible scenario for me, really, because it's fun to use that lack of knowledge as like the novelty for the series, basically. Like, that's awesome. The fact that I can do that adds so much more of a spin to it. And I have a feeling the original trilogy is going to do good. I have a feeling. Like, the prequels were cool, but there's so much, like... I feel like the original trilogy is especially iconic. So I'm really keen for that. And there's probably a lot more things that would be like obvious to most people that I'm just not going to really know. Since, again, there's just so much in the original trilogy that makes Star Wars, at least to my understanding, if that makes sense. Yeah. I've met a couple of people who wear their lack of Star Wars experience like a badge of honor. I hope to God it doesn't come off like that. I can't stand when people use the fact that they've just like not watched something as like a as a superiority kind of thing. Yeah, I'm really keen to play the original trilogy. There's just going to be so much stuff that I've just never like seen that is probably of great significance. It's going to be very fun. I think that's why the third episode of the prequels was so fun, because it was it felt like there was just more of just, it felt very what I imagined Star Wars to be like. It was very Star Warsy. As Star Warsy as something can be to somebody who doesn't really know Star Wars, you know what I'm saying? I'm superior because I haven't seen my dad in almost 20 years. Oh god. I'm out of here. This is genuinely the best time I've had watching anything in my life. Chops, that is a huge compliment. Thank you. Try watching Breaking Bad. It's even better. What about Commander Cody dance emotes? That actually broke my heart, dude. That was tough. What did I imagine Star Wars to be? Like, there's certain things I know just because it's like a cultural phenomenon. Like, there's certain elements I know, but I think I actually expected the prequels to be like less character focused, I guess. Like, I hear a lot that it's just like super political compared to the other movies, but like it focuses on the in-world politics, but I don't know, the even though it was in Lego, the betrayal from Commander Cody and then like the turning of Anakin actually hit. Like, I was like, damn. Like, thinking about how it might be in the movies, I was kind of like, this would be really emotional. No, yeah, I know that. I always get the impression that it would focus on like in-world politics, but I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that the prequels are really slow and it's just like a bunch of people talking about like the politics that are happening in the fucking galaxy or whatever. And I sort of got that impression a little, but it felt pretty character focused as well. I've never had anything to do with Lord of the Rings either, so I wonder if maybe one day I'll go and do a one-off on that as well. For my first, just ruining first experiences. Nah, it's been really fun. I always prefer making over like watching or like experiencing something that someone else has made, so I'll take this as an opportunity to do that. Yeah, like, Poolsy, I think that's... thinking of like the events of the prequels conceptually actually makes me feel like sad, even though I've... Probably because I've only seen them in Lego, actually. Because it's like, I can imagine... I have this like grand idea of how that's executed as a movie, and I'm like, man, that's actually... That's pretty fucked up. Like, that's pretty awful. And so I think it adds to it, because, you know, my own idea of it might be more emotional to me than how it actually is, or whatever. I think I better wrap it up, everybody. It's been beautiful. It's been very, very fun. I should do a couple of things though before I hang it up for the day. Really enjoyable stream, guys. Thank you very much. I can't believe we didn't play a second of Hotline Miami. Actually, I can believe it. I can believe it. Perfectly believable. Oh god. I will play Hotline Miami on stream soon, because not only do I just really want to replay it, but I want to make a video out of it, or at least about it. So at some point we will do that. I know, add it to the list, dude. Add it to the list. Good to see you, Roller Rescue. Glad you could be here, dude. Oh, understandable. Better username. All good. It did go by fast. Jesus Christ. Great podcast, Nick. Thanks, 7. Hell yeah. Thanks, everybody. It's been really, really nice. I'll quickly read out subs just one more time. Feet, thank you for the 15 months. Hen Ruzel, thanks for the resub, 11 months, and the gifted sub to Pumpkin Pie. Eyezayar VODs herself. Well, that's beautiful. That's just great. The Russin Badger, thank you for the prime, dude. Aki, 100 bits, thank you very much. Nitro, 15 months resub, thanks very much, dude. Aki, for the copious amounts of bits, 100 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits, thank you, thank you, thank you. James Valor, thanks for the resub, dude. Sprite Vodka, 23 month resub, actually insane. Hell yeah. Thanks, everybody. If anything, this proved that a podcast would be awesome. Maybe these could be uploaded somewhere in a bit more of an edited, like, condensed version. Possibly. But I'm very rambly, so it would be kind of hard to get it together. We'll see. Put a pin in that for now, and we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably play through Hotline Miami 2 again as well. Yeah. I'd up my Patreon for a legit podcast. I actually thought about doing that. I don't... It's been in the idea bank, you know? We'll see. But I appreciate that. That's kind of you to say. All right. A podcast kind of defeats the interactions. That's true as well. We'll put a pin in it. We'll see. We'll see how we go. All right, everybody. Thank you very much once again. These streams are my favorite. It's been very nice. I'm surprised so many of you turned up. Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm going to work on the next thing. See you later, CJ. Thanks, dude. Eggnog. See you later, pumpkin pie. Salmon. Anxiquity. Thank you very much. Last peek. See you later, Hen Ruzel. All right. Thanks, everybody. See you in the next one. Goodbye.